GTA Online has made literally billions of dollars for Rockstar, and I personally, despite loving GTA 5, didn't play any significant amount of it until midway through 2020. Therefore today I'm going to go through all the trailers and rank them based on how successful I think they are as advertisements for GTA Online. Did the game succeed because of its advertisement or in spite of it? Going through these trailers may also teach us how Rockstar plans to advertise the upcoming GTA Online 2, or whatever they end up calling it. GTA Online 2 confirmed by GTA 6 voice actor DarkViperAU. This water bottle in the frame the entire time? GTA Online has made literally billions of dollars. Didn't play any significant amount of it. The upcoming GTA Online 2, or whatever they end up calling it. Dang it. GTA Online trailers not featuring Michael DeSanta. We're only watching the ones that are not featuring Michael, guys, which is all of them.
You disingenuous, dense motherfucker!
And there's 53 videos. That's nuts. 23 was goated. You missed it? Yeah, I missed 2013. I was in a coma at that point. Grand Theft Auto Online official gameplay video. August 16, 2013. 15 million views. Like, compare this to the amount of views that the GTA 6 first trailer got, now almost 200 million. It's crazy to think how much more popular Grand Theft Auto has become in the last 10 years. Let's see.
With Grand Theft Auto Online, Rockstar Games is looking to bring the heart of the Grand Theft Auto experience to a living online world with multiple players. Just what you choose to do in that world is up to you. The game combines a persistent and continually expanding world full of personalities.
Welcome to paradise. Oh, that was awkward.
With a wide array of redesigned mechanics. And a huge range of both structured and unstructured activities for you to do. After you fly into Los Santos, you're introduced to the world and its many opportunities for earning and spending money.
You need to better representate yourself, you know what I'm talking about?
Having fun. And getting into trouble. You can run around on your own, making friends and enemies. Or band together and form a crew. Then tackle a heist, rob a liquor store, or compete in classic online modes. Or do much more besides. Complete any job, and you'll make money and earn reputation. Then you can spend petty cash customizing your character, their outfit, weapon of choice, or favorite vehicle. As you make some real money, maybe you can buy an apartment, so friends can stop by and hang out. Or buy a garage, fill it with custom vehicles, and then take them racing by land, air, and sea. Or simply cruise around showing off. Everything you do helps you progress through the world, introducing you to new characters.
Now keep your mouth shut about me, you hear?
New missions, rewards, and almost limitless opportunities. Rockstar will be constantly developing more content for you to enjoy, but you'll also be able to design your own races and death matches using the content creator. Then you can share them with friends and the world. Or try ones other people have made. Grand Theft Auto Online brings the freedom of the Grand Theft Auto experience to multiple players in a dynamic, shared world.
It looks like an entirely different game. So I'm looking at this like, where is all the futuristic vehicles? Where's the oppressors? Where's people getting nuked from the goddamn sky? It is just the basic bitch, like single player stuff. Where does this cutscene happen with Lester?
Paradise. Oh, that was awkward.
Is that still in the game? I don't remember that cutscene. When you first meet Lester, I guess I must have just done it so long ago that I don't remember it. And this is set in the PlayStation 3 360 version, and it still surprisingly looks pretty good. Obviously, I have no familiarity with this weapon wheel, but like these basic kind of death matches and stuff, I barely get to do that stuff because of modders and whatnot in the PC version. But I assume people still do this stuff in the console version. I like that the thing that they highlight as activities that you can do is this arm wrestling or whatever.
Range of both structured and unstructured activities for you to do.
Is anyone at this point doing parachute jumping and arm wrestling? I find that hard to believe. Yes? No way. You did an hour ago? I don't believe you. Oh yeah, true. When there's daily awards, some people still do them. Do these kind of cars actually spawn in GT Online? Like, I know you can sell cars to LS Customs and stuff, but I've never seen a car that expensive appear, even though like it's capped. No, you can't even sell cars on the road if they're too expensive, right? Those vehicles have never spawned since launch? Yeah. They do spawn in single player though. Yeah, so that's just not something that exists, but maybe existed near release. I've done these heists like a million times. This stuff is still fairly relevant. See, I've never had this like shared experience or whatever where people just hanging out in an apartment, but there's like nothing to do in an apartment, right? Do people ever do this? I just get stopped by your apartment and look out the window and watch TV and and use my telescope and look out the window. No one does that shit. Like once. It'd be interesting to see in like the next GT Online if we actually have like control over building an apartment and putting original unique stuff in there or something. Maybe bring our own styles to it. But I suppose that would cause people just bringing like copyrighted material and other brands from like Nintendo and shit. Or people would make illicit stuff or nudity or whatever that Rockstar wouldn't be able to handle. I guess it's like comparing Facebook and MySpace back in the day. When everyone on MySpace had complete freedom to make their pages whatever they wanted, people made them as like obnoxious and terrible as possible. You go into someone's MySpace page and start blaring like Linkin Park or something at like the maximum possible volume and blow out your ears. And if they allowed that sort of customization in GT Online, that stuff would happen too.
Or buy a garage. Fill it with custom vehicles.
Wow, look at this guy's garage, man. He's got the best shit. Basic bitch vehicles found on the road in single player. This guy's got $200,000, guys. High roller, big player. This is a rich man. Back in 2013. Oh, man. Now you need like $200,000 to buy like snacks or some shit. And look at this, like the basic vehicles here doing these things there. Well, no, I suppose people would still do races with these basic vehicles, right? At least sometimes on jet skis and stuff. I'm not even sure I ever did stuff with this dude. I don't think there's any awards with this guy. Like, I think I did his stuff once, but he still texts me and he's like, yo, do stuff for me. And what's this guy's name? Gerald, that's it. Oh, G caches. Yeah, they did come out way later, didn't they? So I've done G caches with the dude. Stab City getting shot down here by this plane. 1.15 million for a Shamal. What does this Shamal cost these days, guys? It still costs 1.15 million. Do the prices of stuff never go up? Oh, other than like the oppressor or whatever, like it's uncommon for stuff to go up. I'm pretty sure that's true. But things just get massively outclassed. Like no one would buy a Shamal these days. And yeah, there's the gold one that's worth way more for 10 million. The way that they show this custom game maker, the people in the console versions use this shit properly. I was never around during the time where the online search for people's custom maps wasn't just a complete cesspit. Because if you look now, it's all a bunch of different maps that people design to like farm EXP and stuff. It's very hard to actually find anything good. You can't do that anymore, but that's all I can see on the social club, right? Like, so I go to the jobs and it's like, this is from 9 years ago, 9 years ago, 7 years ago. Like, I don't even know how to search this thing. And this is creation date last week and it still says 9 years ago. Oh, they were updated recently? So do people still use this thing to find games and stuff? Really? Huh. These custom jobs would inspire the stunting update also? Interesting. The creator was removed from the old gen, so PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and all that. Interesting. Maybe I'll do like a thing where I play the most popular ones from the last updated amount of time. These ones created by Rockstar Games, so they're still making stuff, I see. I mean, well, yeah, I knew they were still making stuff, but I didn't know you could search it on here. This is interesting. I'm learning stuff from these trailers, chat. Okay, I'll add that to my list of things to do. So yeah, how much would you say that this trailer still represents the current game? I'd say a bit, and it does make the game seem pretty fun. I think it's a good trailer. Like, how would you not see this trailer and be pretty hyped about an online world of GTA? Yeah, these days it's more nostalgic than it is accurate. I want to give this like an A. I don't think this is a bad trailer, especially for only 3 minutes or whatever. I think it showcases a lot of cool stuff that you can do and would get people hyped, certainly back then. And even today, is an interesting watch. I should be looking at the comments and stuff. The original version of GTA Online was absolutely memorable. It actually felt like a true GTA game, starting off as a street thug, working your way up from doing jobs and convenience store robberies to eventually doing heists later on. Now we got flying bikes, alien guns, etc. GTA Online has been so good, but so bad at the same time. It's a fair sentiment 5 months ago from Shark King. Definitely the vibe of the game has changed over the years. And even now when you start, you don't really start as a street thug working your way up. Like you start with like millions of dollars and you're like already executive kind of person, depending upon what you start with. Okay. Grand Theft Auto Online, the Independence Day Special, Musket, July 2nd, 2014. But no other trailers until 2014? Huh. This seemed to be garbage. What do you mean S tier? Is anyone hyped about the Musket? Was anyone hyped about the Musket when it released? I've only ever used it in like custom maps and stuff. W weapon? No one cares about the Musket, guys. It's hilarious. What, the guy dying? I'm gonna put it in C. Maybe it's just because I'm not American enough. Musket is only good for shooting down oppressive griefers. It actually has some viability in like a current meta? That's crazy. Fine, we'll put it in B then. Maybe I'm sleeping on the Musket. Okay, another one. Grand Theft Auto Online, the Independence Day Special Fireworks. So, same time as last one. What is this resolution? Patriotism just got louder with the all-new fireworks launcher. Okay, this is garbage, right? S, because the launcher is awesome. How is it awesome? It's trash. And can't you like not get rid of it or something once you have it? It was hype back then. I mean, it would be like the first new weapons added, probably, right? It's fun. What the fuck is fun? I'm gonna put this in C. This does not make me want to play the game. Grand Theft Auto Online, the Independence Day Special, the Liberator. This guys came out at the same time. Not getting many views. Garbage. F. I don't care what you guys say. F. Stop calling everything S tier. You get all this stuff for free with the returning player bonus. Like, you can get these cars for free now in GTA Online, regardless if you had the old gen versions and stuff. F for freedom. Exactly. F tier. The Liberator is a beast. I disagree, the Untouchable Wolf. It sucks, especially these days. Okay, we got a trailer now that's longer than 15 seconds. Grand Theft Auto Online, the San Andreas Flight School Update, August 19, 2014. 3 million views.
At X-ray runway 7, hold correction runway 12, hold short runway 7 to be lieutenant.
Roger that.
Out here is where America's heroes play. And you can too. Hi, I'm JT Boyd, retired Marine, leadership performance coach, and reenactment enthusiast. Now you can take America's tax dollars out for a test drive at the San Andreas Flight School. If you've always wanted to pay to enjoy the thrill and exhilaration of being a patriotic hero without having to put in real time and effort, the San Andreas Flight School is for you. Put the life back into your midlife crisis. Like any sensible new father, learn the art of hot dogging in our new jets or swift helicopter. Or demonstrate your continued manliness with a road race. Master air and land superiority, and then fly the flag of your country on our new patriotically themed parachute bags. It's a fact. Women love men in uniform who shower with other men and look moody while riding motorcycles. Woo-hoo! Look at that. Come be part of the montage. The San Andreas Flight School. The best of the best.
Okay, it started off kind of cringe. Then it kind of saved it when it started like overtly mocking this stuff. Where's that what the fuck is this?
Woo-hoo! Look at that.
Yeah, it's clearly like a Top Gun kind of thing, and it's satire, and I think it's pretty good. Made me chuckle. Is it an S, really? I mean, it made me laugh, and it's a goddamn advertisement. Does it make me want to play the San Andreas Flight School? Yeah, kinda. I put it in A, I think. It's not blowing me away or something. I will say, as a person who's actually done the flight school, this isn't about judging the content itself, but there's some bullshit ones in that flight school. It is better than the single player one though. God, anyone remember when this was a big update? Was it really? Was this just by itself the entire update? Wow, we get more flight school stuff, let's go! Grand Theft Auto Online, Heist trailer, December 17, 2014. This only has 4.6 million views? From memory, weren't people like eagerly awaiting Heists? And it took like eons for it to finally come out in GT Online? I mean, GT Online did release in 2013, so what, this is almost like 2 years later? Heists were promised in 2013 and came out in 2015? Because it's just the trailer at the end of the year, so it would have finally released in actually 2015, I suppose. And this is only a minute trailer too.
I know you've been complaining, but you weren't ready. You need crew to take a score.
All right, first thing's a plane. Then we got a bus. We got the inmate transfer schedule, and that's a two-person job.
You sure they're not following you?
It's gonna require a little bit of finesse. Simple. Should be the easiest money you'll ever make.
I love this opening with Lester's line. Because like Rockstar is talking to the players.
I know you've been complaining, but you weren't ready.
I think this is S. This is, especially only for a minute trailer, it actually kind of gets me hyped for the actual content. Having played it, I actually think the original Heists are pretty good. Especially back then when people were playing it was probably worth the wait and people were really hyped and stuff, right? I'm just surprised it has so few views though. I guess GT Online would have been way less popular. How many people were playing GT Online? It's hard to look up for consoles. Like we're dipping down to like 25,000 people in 2015 here. And it's pretty slow the first couple of years, but us these days, you know, way more. It's done nothing but grow more popular over time. So like I wasn't the only person who was aware of the game and maybe been played GTA 5 but had no interest in GT Online. As they are like the original Heists, especially because relatively speaking, I only played them fairly recently. Would people have been hyped to see like Ron from single player? I'd assume no, because people would have just played GTA 5. Like these days when they bring someone back from single player and put it in online, it's like, oh, that's that guy from single player that we played the game in 2013 or whatever. But here we'll just be like, oh yeah, Ron, you see him all the fucking time in single player. Maybe a little? Yeah, I suppose. Yes, I'm gonna put this in S. I think it's a good trailer. Wow, this one has more views. GT Online Heists TV Spot, 8.5 million views, April 4, 2015. So this is 10 days before the PC release, right? Has fairly few likes considering the amount of views. Maybe it was embedded somewhere.
We should talk about work.
We all love banks. You gotta speculate to accumulate. You must be methodical. This isn't just a dumb crime.
Very different from anything else in
Gotta
GTA 5.
go in cautious.
We're gonna borrow a helicopter from here.
Heist, the crown jewel of the GTA Online experience. Something every GTA fan.
All of you will be flying in together.
So awesome. Absolutely exhilarating.
Questions, comments, concerns?
I mean, I think that was a pretty good trailer. I mean, honestly, I think I prefer the other one. Looking at these graphics though, like look at these reflections and lighting and stuff. Can you even get this kind of lighting in the PC version? Look at this. Like this is not console, right? Same with the last one. It looked like it wasn't recorded on console. Oh yeah, it says shot entirely on PC. That makes sense. It's either S or A. It does make me hyped to play it, and I do think it would have sold the game quite well to the people back then. I'll put in A. Yeah, this trailer was absolutely exhilarating. 7 years ago, Heist crew left. Heist leader left. Not enough players to join the Heist. Still waiting for a fourth person to join. Certainly, the first generation of Heist did suffer from a lot of the issues where if one person left, you could no longer continue and it would just throw you out of the Heist. And you need exactly 4 people. These days, of course, the newer Heists, a person leaves, you can still continue. And you don't usually need 4 people. Wait, are there When was the last time a heist came out where you needed 4 people? Probably a Doomsday heist, right? Doomsday, you don't need 4? Oh yeah, true. Then when was the last time you needed 4 people? Doomsday did have the issue that if one person disconnected, it would throw you out of the heist though. It was just the OG heist that needed 4, and they never went back and changed that? Interesting. They did buff the old heist payout. Well, I mean, they'd have to, considering inflation has made all the newer stuff cost like 10 times as much. GTA Online Freemode events update, September 11, 2015. An entirely new way to play Grand Theft Auto Online. No loading screens or lobby events. Why? The text comes too fast in these things. No loading screens or lobby events are constantly active. What? Just seamlessly joining the action. Featuring a wide array of madness. Penned in. King of the Castle. This is getting a content ID. Moving target. Hunt the beast. Plus many more. And new challenges. The ultimate open world multiplayer experience.
Grand Theft Auto Online Freemode events. Download the update September 15th. Including the Rockstar editor and 2 adversary modes.
2 adversary modes? Wow. Have they added more of these since 2015? A lot more? Like, I've certainly played these in online, but they're more like just random bullshit that you do in between stuff. And honestly, it's hard to imagine GTA Online without these sort of events, right? That just pop up every once in a while. Pinned in was removed? Yeah, I hadn't seen that one before. Oh, they took some of them out? Oh, I see. I think it's a decent update. And honestly, for an open world game, you need events like this that people can just all jump in and work together on. I was unaware that GTA Online released without this kind of stuff. Yet it's cool, but who actually does it? I imagine the rewards are like entirely redundant. They just don't give enough money for the time that you spend on doing them. And because they're not consistent, it's not like you could constantly farm them or whatever. So it's antiquated content now, but having played it, I think it's fine. But we're just judging the trailer, and I think the trailer was fine. It got a lot of dislikes, so I guess people weren't super happy with it. The events look so lit in the trailer, but when you play online, it's a different story, Lamar. Oh yeah, this thing, no loading screens. Oh my god, what the fuck did I just read? I mean, there are no loading screens for those events, but where everything else back then had ridiculously long loading screens, and even now the loading screens are pretty bad. Let's face this, the Rockstar community is not like this. They don't work together, they explode you every 2 seconds. Yeah, that's true. Like, how do you stay alive long enough to collect these things when people can just blow you up with an oppressor, right? Trailer made it look cool, lame in reality. Honestly, I think it was a good trailer. I'm gonna put it like a B, I think. Maybe even A. I think it was actually a pretty good trailer. GTA Online Lowriders trailer, 3.5 million views. October 17, 2015.
We out here gang banging like it's 91. You feel me? I'm a hustler. I'm a gangster. King of the castle, OG. The ballers and the vagos care way too much about flossing they lowriders, but a fool and his lowrider are soon parted. Smoke them fools and get gone, you feel me? Oh shit, it's the vagos, they riding on us. It take more than 3 lunatic gangs and no ideas to stop Lamar Davis. Move it!
I gotta say, that's sick. That was a great trailer. It makes me want to play the content again. It might just be because I'm biased because Lamar's in it, but Lamar and his voice actor, they sell anything amazingly. Like, I think one of the problems that GTA Online has in selling GTA Online is that our characters are generic, voiceless characters. So they got to focus on the secondary characters, who are the people helping us with the DLC. Unlike with single player, where they could focus on Trevor, Franklin, and Michael, they can't really do that for the online. Especially when the DLCs don't have someone charismatic like Lamar, it's hard to sell the DLC, right? I remember playing this DLC, I didn't think it was amazing, I thought it was just fine, but this trailer I think is great. I'm gonna put this in S. easily. Keep in mind these came out before the Oppressor matter. When did the Oppressor come out? Is there gonna be like a trailer for that? Can't wait to see how many dislikes that gets. We're lagging like it's PlayStation 2, you feel me? Back when GTA wasn't a futuristic military and survival game. That's true. This is a DLC specifically about the gang violence. Getting sick cars, taking down gangs. This is more like single player content. This felt like a sequel to San Andreas, especially with the music, cars, street gangs, and Lamar reference to 91. True. GTA Online, Lowriders, Benny Original Motorworks. 2.3 million views, October 20th, 2015. The hottest vehicle customization in Los Santos from the original home of, damn it, the text is not on screen long enough. Fixing everything from vans to sedans. That looks sick. And offering the best in custom paint. Shit. Engine mods. Rims and wheels. Booming sound systems. And hydraulics. The Leger Custom Shop is back in business. I mean, the music is great. I'm not like a car fanatic, guys. So I don't know. Do you guys watch this and you're like, oh shit, I can have speakers in my doors. Let's go. Yes. I mean, it seemed like a pretty good trailer for considering what it was trying to advertise. Nope, but people were hyped. Is this shop still relevant in GTA Online? Do people actually go to it and upgrade? Haven't there been later mechanics, whatever, that come out that are more relevant? Oh, people still do? Unique customizations only possible at the Benster? I see. I'll put it in like AI, I suppose, but a lot of that is just the music kind of carried it for me. People even back here shitting on Mr. Boss. Time for Mr. Boss for the win to make 5 videos on this. Why no single player? I was looking forward to giving Michael even more of a midlife crisis. It's interesting to think even back then, I guess a lot of people were still focused on the single player and playing it and wishing that online content would come to it so they could use it with the other characters. Interesting. Single players go to though, can't be beaten. Thinking back when we did the tier list for the single player trailers, I think all of them had way more views than the trailers we're looking at now. And true, GTA 5 just came out for PC now. And to be like, why can't I have these custom things for the PC version of GTA 5 that just released? That's true. And they certainly could have brought it to single player if they wanted to. But obviously they wanted to inspire people to play the online so they can get the microtransactions. The shark carts. GTA Online, Executives and Other Criminals trailer. 6.5 million views, December 11, 2015. Live like a VIP. Opulent apartments. Ooh. Houses in Vinewood Hills. Damn, it's fancy. New vehicles. And luxury yachts. Become a boss. Hire bodyguards. Defend your organization. And take down rivals across Freemode. Also includes extraction adversary mode. Honestly, looks sick. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of it, again, the choice of music in a lot of these trailers is awesome. Fits perfectly. The name of it though seems kind of weak. Executive and Other Criminals. I do like the implication that the executives are criminals themselves. I don't think I've actually seen a lot of these apartments. This is the first time I'm seeing this stuff. I've bought one additional apartment, I think, since I started playing the game. And because I largely pay by myself, I have not had reason to like visit people's apartments. Like this looks sick. I kind of want to put this in S, but was the content actually good that came out with this? It was? I guess that's irrelevant to the trailer, but it makes it look cool. I'm putting this in S. This update changed GTA Online forever. Rockstar has a thing for 80s pop, such a great era. True. So basically a reflection of how Rockstar staffs are living right now. Wait, Jay just super chatted that. Did you steal this guy's comment?
How Rockstar employees be living RN.
Oh, it's just coincidental. Back when GTA Online was about organized crime rather than oppressed genocide. Eek. Grand Theft Auto Online, Be My Valentine. 1.6 million views, February 11, 2016. I have absolutely no idea what new content is coming or why this is relevant or why I should play it. This does not at all sell the game well. I mean, it's only 16 seconds, but I'm gonna put this in F. It was a small update, but still, you could sell the game in general along with the update. Now I'm putting this in F. Pretty small update, but hey, it's free. If this was EA, it'd be $20. I mean, obviously the goal was to get people to buy shark cards, so. I think, is it true to say that back then, the whole microtransaction economy, free to play stuff was less common? It's hard to remember back that far. Like gaming, the landscape and monetization models just evolved so quickly, I think. Because as we've talked about before, like a lot of the monetization model of this online currency stuff, shark cards, Rockstar kind of popularized a lot of that. Like EA was still wanting to sell everything as DLC for a price, but now obviously EA is more about those microtransactions like Rockstar is. The executive DLC was the first super expensive one. Grand Theft Auto Online Lowriders Custom Classics. Got a decent amount of views too for a 16-second trailer. March 16, 2016. Guys, 2016 was 8 years ago. I almost said 4. It seems like so recent, but it's really a long time ago. I mean, small update. I think this did sell that there's cool stuff to play in the game more than the last trailer, certainly, but it's still like a mid trailer, especially compared to the other Lowriders trailer with Lamar and the other Benny's one. It's just like a C. It ain't bad. It's not amazing though. Rather have more military vehicles or customizable Pegasus vehicles? You can tell that saying this 8 years ago. Am I the only one who would like a new heist instead of new cars? Not surprised to hear a person saying this. It's obviously far easier to release a new car than an entire heist. Okay, decent trailer. GT Online. Further Adventures in Finance and Felony trailer. I think the titles of these DLCs suck. 7.5 million views, July 3, 2016. Reach the top, build an empire. Become a corporate leader, become a CEO. Traffic illicit cargo and contraband. Disrupt rival supply chains. Acquire extravagant new vehicles. Open prestigious new offices.
I'm being paid by the
Hire an
hour,
executive assistant.
right?
Oh, that's her. And run the town. One hostile takeover at a time. Plus new VIP challenges, jobs, and more. I don't think they did it as much in the earlier trailers, but the later trailers have like more text on the screen telling you what the trailer is about, what's coming in the trailer and stuff. So this, what is a turning point where there's no more gangs and stuff. It is all about being executive, high-rise, superstar CEO guy. I do think this is a great trailer though. Like who wouldn't jump into GT Online to see what the fuck this is about? Because it just showed so much in such a short amount of time. DLCs got really expensive after this. I mean, you're a big executive CEO guy. Any money that you get has to have like 57 zeros after it, or it doesn't feel real. I do think this was S. Like, he shot that astronaut. No. Jesus, Rockstar really makes perfect trailers. The footage, the music, the everything, perfect. Yeah, so he's agreeing it's an S tier too. Congratulations, Rockstar. Now, Mr. Boss for the win can make another 13 videos on this one trailer. Some things, chat, they don't change. I wish GTA would go back to this. There were barely any griefers and it was more realistic. Edit, it wasn't that realistic, but didn't have flying bikes with OP missiles. Only griefers you'd see were Insurgents, Kuruma, Hydra, Tank, ones which had their own weaknesses that balanced them apart from the jets. Best update ever released. So they did a year ago. Seemingly good content and a good trailer. GTA Online, Power Play, 600,000 views. This might be the least viewed trailer we've seen so far. July 22, 2016. So this is just one adversary mode, right? And I am not a fan of Power Play. as an adversary mode, so. Introducing Power Play, a surreal new team-based battle. Power-ups. I didn't have time to read that. Or incapacitating your enemies. Constantly evolving the gameplay while you play. Good luck. The new Grotti also available. What? We just tack on the new car? I mean, this car looks pretty cool. I don't think it's a very good trailer. I don't think it really sells the game mode that much, and I haven't played it. Maybe it's just gone biased. I don't really like the game mode. Not that it was particularly bad, but... And it just seems like, again, that you're just tacking on this. Oh, and by the way, there happens to be a new car. I think it's D. Irrespective of what the content actually was, I don't think it sells the game very well. Yeah, another video Mr. Boss for the win can make 11 videos on. Mr. Boss gonna make another 50 videos. Gee, thanks, Rockstar. Mr. Boss about to lose it on this one. This is 7 years ago. How can the man live with himself? With like, I know, millions of people shit-talking him for like an entire decade. GG Online, Cunning Stunts trailer. 4.2 million views, July 7, 2016. It's like the same duration of trailer, but huge difference in views. Introducing Cunning Stunts. Death-defying new races. Treacherous tubes and boosts. Daredevil loops. Insane jumps. All new vehicles and more. I gotta say, even as a person who's not super into this content, having played it, I think this sold it really well. They showed so much in such a short amount of time, and all this chaos just... Who isn't like, I want to try this and see what this is all about? This is the perfect selling of new content. Maybe it's just because the content itself, there's more going on and there's more content compared to like just one mode power play, for example. But I'm saying they did it well. So I'm gonna put this in S, I think. And the music, it was banging too. And I think the increased views reflect that this trailer was better received. It got a huge amount of likes too. Still coming back for the music and how epic the trailer was. I remember playing this with my friends all night, such good times. This was 2 years ago this guy put this in. M for mature, strong sexual content. Yes, those cars are arousing indeed. And here's, of course, the Mr. Boss comment. I can't wait for Mr. Boss for the win. Make 1 million of videos about cunning stunts. GG Online stunt race creator trailer. 2.4 million views, August 2, 2016. Build your own custom stunt courses. Over 280 stunt props. Newly refined creative tools. Quickly snap and stack objects together. Customize with dangerous obstacles. Publish and share. I mean, nothing about that trailer makes me want to make that stuff myself, but it does make me appreciate that that exists. I'd be like, oh cool, I can get to play more content and stuff. Again, a part of what I said before, like when you're trying to sell something that's really good with a trailer, it's probably easier to make a trailer than, you know, hey, like you can build stuff now with an editor, haha. There's only going to appeal to a certain amount of people. But what I'm saying is, considering what they're trying to sell is something that's only going to appeal to a small amount of people, I think this trailer was pretty good. Music was pretty good too. I'll put it in like a B, I think. But obviously there was less hype around this compared to the last one. This is going to be absolutely insane. Time for Mr. Boss for the win to make 400 videos on this one trailer. GG Online Bikers trailer. 3.5 million views, October 5th, 2016. Oh, fair amount of dislikes here. Start a family. Build your home. Create a reputable business. Invest sensibly. Make new friends. Protect the neighborhood. Live the American dream. We're not judging the content itself, just the trailer. Make new friends! I'm just really biased because I do not like bikers as an aesthetic. I don't like bike gangs. I don't like anything related to that at all. This was just a bunch of guys in leather riding around on bikes. It doesn't appeal to me. It doesn't look interesting to me. I think this is a fairly mid trailer. I'm not saying it was terrible, but compared to some of the other trailers that we've had that are just like hype as fuck, create a reputable business. Doesn't sell stuff as well, right? I want to put this in C, I think. I'm just not impressed. Surely they could have sold this better and made it look more action-packed than just like guys riding around on bikes. Yeah. On some level, I think they knew that it didn't look very interesting, so they just stuck like half-naked women here with some drugs. Trailer, bikes, reality, truck carrying stuff. GG Online deadline, 4.2 million views, November 9, 2016. Featuring the all-new light bike and enemy light traces. Power-ups changed the game. See, I can't tell if it's just because I think the game mode is pretty good that I find the trailer pretty good, but this looked cool. Like, who wouldn't see this trailer and be like, oh, may as well just load up GT Online and see what this is about. It is a Tron ripoff, sure, it is just the game from Tron. But I mean, how many of you actually seen Tron? I haven't seen Tron, I just know this is from the game. Music was good. I think it's a pretty A trailer, especially considering it's just selling one adversary mode. What is Tron? It's a movie that came out a bazillion years ago, and then there was a remake a while back. Yeah. Oh, the Tron movie from 2012 was a sequel? Oh. You're not missing much with Tron? I think it was just a movie that was like one kind of the first of its kind or whatever, going into a digital world or something. Yeah, Grand Tron Auto. In my opinion, this is one of the most fun game modes in GTA. Yeah, it's very good. The only thing faster than deadline will be the lawsuit from the makers of Tron. I doubt Tron was the first to ever make something like this, honestly. It's basically the game Snake, but multiplayer. Okay, here's a significant trailer. GTA Online import-export trailer. Almost 100,000 likes, 9.3 million views, December 14, 2016. Steal modern deal exotic cars. Grow your vehicle portfolio. Acquire military-grade toys. Expand your organization. By land, by sea, and by air. Honestly, I don't think that trailer was particularly amazing. I think anyone who watched it would be hyped because they're seeing new content that looks cool. But I don't think it sold it that well. It was a lot of just like panning over like the vehicles themselves and stuff. Hey, this is a new thing. It's just considering it's showcasing so much different new content and stuff. I think for that reason, it'd be hype more than the trailer itself. Again, it's the question of how good is the trailer versus how good is the content that it's showcasing. I think I still want to put it in A, especially when it moved on to these kind of action set pieces and stuff. I think it was fine, but considering how many views it had, I thought it'd be like a blow me away kind of thing, right? The ending with the Ruiner 2000 gave me chills every time. It's such a perfect timing. Really? I guess they're here. Yeah, I see what you're saying. The peak of GT Online before the flying bikes and ridiculously overpowered vehicles came in. Before the Dark Times, before the MP Mark Oppressor. There's literally the Fast and Furious update. The Ruiner 2000 was the Griefer car before Oppressor 1 and 2. This is still years before I started playing the game. I have played this content now, but obviously it's different playing the content way after it's past this level of popularity. The GT Online Cunning Stunts Special Vehicle Circuit Trailer, 1.5 million views, March 15, 2017. This came out my birthday, guys. This was for me. Yes, I was born in 2017. That's what I mean. Presenting a series of epic new stunts, starring some spectacular vehicles. The Rocket Voltic, the Ruiner 2000, the Blazer Aqua, and some ridiculously cunning stunts. You see so little, the trailer's so short. And coming soon, the creator updates classic sports cars and more. The text is on the screen for too little time. The trailer seemed okay. I mean, if I saw this back in the day, I think I'd be like, yeah, I gotta boot up GT Online and see what this is about. But I mean, I'm not super blown away. I still think it was fine. Like, put it like C, I think. It was just alright. Hey guys, Mr. Boss for the win here. And today, time for Mr. Clickbait for the win to make 400 videos on this one trailer. Here comes Mr. Boss for the win with them clickbaits. Release the trailer after the update is out? Bruh. Oof, these dislikes. 1.8 million views, April 21, 2017. GT Online Tiny Races update. Grand Theft Auto Online goes top down. Introducing a new way to stunt race. Get key power-ups. Take out fellow racers to survive. A new classic spin on classic action. This didn't look fun at all. In the same way that in the game mode itself you can't see anything and it's complete garbage, that's what you see in this as well. There's nothing interesting about this. The music was pretty decent, but in part because they're showcasing something that is garbage, the trailer itself is also garbage. There's a reason we moved away from top down. Exactly, who had this idea? And put this in F tier. I do think the trailer is held back because it's trying to showcase something that's garbage, but still. So basically stunt races with power-ups and a top-down view. Yeah, retreading the same content from before. Okay, here we go. 11 million views. GT Online Gunrunning trailer, June 8, 2017. 110,000 likes.
You want to make real money? Dirty little secret for you. It's in arms. Just routine business that needs a bunker, research, and manufacturing. Here's the Mobile Operations Center. You get the point. Cook up new, exciting ways of terminating people. Then make a tidy profit and do the country proud.
Is that the Oppressor Mark 1?
Mature.
As I said before, I think the trailers do better when they have a character that they can focus on and do that voiceover and like connect it all together. And Agent 17 here does that well. Maybe not as well as Lamar did, but still quite well. It did showcase quite a lot of action set pieces while also showcasing new content that you're receiving. Agent 14, whatever. 14 pages! How can I forget that? Did people rage at the Oppressor Mark 1? I know it's considered to be way more skill heavy than the 2. No, not then. Yeah, I don't think the Mark 1 has so many limitations. I don't think people would have raged crazily about it. Yeah, so I think this was a good trailer. I'm probably gonna put this in S as well. The Oppressor Mark 4, the beginning of the end. I mean, in hindsight, you could see it that way. The day GTA changed forever. I mean, people said that about other trailers too. You wanna make real money? Dirty little secret for you. They're in shark cards. This day marked the end of the casual free roam. Wow. Moving on, this trailer also got a lot of views. Maybe this is representative of GT Online growing more in popularity. GT Online Smuggler's Run trailer, 12 million views, August 24, 2017.
Oh, you're my new partner.
Let's run.
You're late. What kept you? Business is good and business is bad. On one hand, we've got more orders than we can possibly handle. And on the other, I'll be surprised if we're not killed in the next 48 hours. Make the drops, man the guns, take out the guards. Should be breezy. They might have just a little protection. Okay then, give me a hand with these bodies.
Okay, that looks way better than the content actually is. I've played Ron's stuff, and I wasn't overly impressed by it. I found it kind of boring, but watching this trailer, it looked pretty good. Again, because they have someone who can fucking speak in the goddamn trailer. His voice connecting everything together. It goes way better, goes way harder. I think it's a great trailer. I'm gonna put this in S2. Not saying the content was particularly good, but good trailer. Okay, huge drop in views. GT Online Transform Races trailer, 651,000 6 years ago, October 14th, 2017. Introducing new stunt races with a twist. Vehicles change from bikes to planes to the water and more. This is Racing Transforms. I get it.
Rated M for mature.
Is anyone seeing that and they're like, man, I gotta hop into GT Online right now to play this update? I think it's more like, oh, there's new stuff in GT Online, I guess I'll play, maybe. You liked it? Again, I think it's hampered by the content that it's trying to showcase, but I wasn't particularly blown away by this trailer. And the music was fairly generic as well. The music is fire? Fuck off, the music's fire. It's just some generic beat or whatever. I think it's terrible. I'll put it in C, but it's not blowing me away. And the views kind of showcase it, I think. I like how all the GT5 trailers make them look sick, but in real life, it's just crashing and people leaving. Haha, this is just Sonic and Sega's All-Star Racing Transforms. Still looks fun. The idea of your vehicle changing during a race is not an original idea. That's been around for a bazillion years. Okay, we're like halfway. Here we go. GTA Online, the Doomsday Heist official trailer. Look at these likes. 16 million views, December 8, 2017.
The data is clear. It's right now.
Avon is worried that someone's trying to start a war.
I'm not worried about it. I'm certain of it. It has to be the Russians, or the North Koreans, or the Chinese, or the Iranians.
We would need a ballistic missile launcher to have half a chance.
This cannot be traced back to me.
For all I know, you're bugged all to high hell and you don't even know the bugs exist!
This is the apocalypse. The Doomsday scenario. Mushroom clouds, fallout.
Oh, it's supposed to be at a potluck.
Say hello, Clifford.
You're embarrassing me, Avon.
Rated M for mature.
That was only a minute? Like, who wouldn't be hyped for that? Was this the first major heist to come out since the original set? I mean, for that reason alone, people would be hyped, but Lester being here in it like a different character model, all suave and shit. This is when the Deluxo came out, right? I can just imagine the insane levels of speculation that would have gone on for every single frame of this trailer. And honestly, I don't hate the Doomsday Heist. I just feel like it had way too many preps. Like, holy shit. It does showcase a lot of cool shit in just a minute. I think this is a brilliant trailer. Get everyone hyped. Yeah, S tier. Easy S tier. Public lobbies in 2013. Watch out, that guy has a tank. Public lobbies in 2017.
Tactical nuke incoming!
True, the update itself did release some stuff that was pretty toxic for public lobbies, so I hear. Rockstar shows orbital cannons and flying cars with rockets. Poor people who love doing things in free mode. This is the apocalypse, the doomsday scenario. GT Online Target Assault Races trailer. 4 million views, April 4, 2018. See, even the small trailers now are getting some big views. Probably the Doomsday Heist was responsible for bringing a lot of people onto the game. Cooperative challenge. Switch gunners every lap. Eliminate the competition. I've never even seen this. Was that like 2 seconds of gameplay? This trailer sucks. No one played this? Is it even in the game anymore? Not only does this look boring, I think they may have removed it from the game because it was boring. It's fun when you play with friends. Basically anything in existence is fun when you're done with friends. You can be sitting in a line and you can just be shit talking with your friend and it can be kind of fun, right? I think the trailer, like the content, garbage, F-tier trailer. Okay, this is not from the Rockstar Games channel. I think it's the first one that has been on the Rockstar Games channel. GT Online, Southern San Andreas Super Sports Series, PlayStation 4, 50,000 views. March 21, 2018. Play now.
For the players.
That sucks. Put that in F. I have never wanted to play less GT Online than I do right now after seeing that trailer. Okay, here we go. Another big update. GT Online After Hours. 12.5 million views, July 20, 2018.
I ran the 1980s. I was the 1990s. I'm Gay Tony, and I'm back. Going back to what we do best, of dance music paradise. You can do whatever you want down here. Set up a hub for your other businesses, I know nothing. But get me a DJ!
Let's get to the disco.
Great music, great crowd. Big up the London Massive.
I love narcissism.
Make way for talent.
But there's a limit here.
Spared no expense. Well, it was a cheap plane, but whatever.
Tony?
Yeah?
I don't think you can say Gay Tony anymore. It's not PC. The internet will go crazy.
So even as a person who wasn't into GT Online at the time, I remember this trailer coming out and people being like, oh, it's Gay Tony from GTA 4. Like, I think this is just a smart move. When they bring back characters from the earlier games, gets people talking and stuff, and showcasing Laszlo coming back and all that stuff. This is the first time he's been in GT Online, right? At this point. I don't think it showcases really good gameplay though, but I think it sells the idea of a new way of playing GT Online, new content that didn't exist before. I question whether I can really call it S tier considering it doesn't showcase good gameplay. Like, it's definitely ARS.
But get me a DJ!
What's with the garbage titles? Yeah, I don't think Rockstar's very good at titling their DLCs. I think I'm gonna put an A, honestly. But I might just be doing that as a person who kind of cares more about the gameplay. I do think this was a smart DLC to release in the way that they did though, with bringing back earlier characters from other games. This was the worst update because it brought the Oppressor Mark II into the game. Well, that's not in the trailer, so we can't really judge that, right? Expectation. Nightclubs opening in LS, partying, maybe dance-offs and events. Reality, Oppressor Mark II. People only remember this update for the Oppressor Mark II. Here we go. This deserved more dislikes. GTA Online, Arena War. Wait a second. There was not a huge amount of time between the After Hours DLC and the Arena War DLC. They pushed out a lot of content in a short period of time, but I guess the Arena War sucked massive amounts of dick, so that's how they're able to release it so quickly. GT Online Arena War, 15 million views, December 12, 2018.
The crowd is deafening, Al. This is going to be an incredible race.
This is modern entertainment.
Just sort of smash things.
Are they gonna drive?
They signed a release.
That means something's happening. We're going viral. It's like the bubonic plague.
Coming, Alan!
It's Al. Alan sounds old.
As Dagger says in chat, the trailer is so much better than the update. Like, I want to give it more points just because I know how bad the update is, and watching the trailer, you would have no idea how bad the update was, how bad the content is. I don't think it's an amazing trailer, but it's at least a B. While the content itself is like an F, F minus, the trailer I think is a B. I can totally understand why people would have watched this and gone, oh yeah, this could be fun. This could be some good stuff. I don't think it's an A, Cold War, just because the characters showcased in it seem dull and boring. Like, I don't care who the fuck this is. I don't care who the fuck that is. I'll put this in B. Remember when GT was about stealing cars and doing mafia errands? Wild times. Yeah. Would have thought this one would have more views, but GT Online, the Diamond Casino and Resort, 15 million views, July 19, 2019.
Finally, open for business. Premium grade, utterly unique luxury, a wonderful place to relax and entertain.
This is Mr. Cheng, our owner.
Tommy boy! Mr. Cheng. Boom!
I'm gonna lay my cards on the table. You're gonna sell us your casino.
They want to buy this place, but first they mean to destroy it.
Do I look like I make appointments, bro? I am the appointment!
Champagne, anyone?
The song was so good, I almost barely paid attention to the trailer. Like, you don't even an S for the song. It's a great song. Is that actually Eddie Murphy? It is? S update, S music, S trailer. It's very hard not to judge the trailer based off my experiences with the DLC itself. Because, like, obviously outside of Agatha calling me a million times, like, she's an endearing character. And Tao Cheng coming back here and his craziness and stuff, I do think it sells it very well. That this is going to be an exciting time, new content, cool stuff. The amount of speculation, Brucey and all that jazz. It is seemingly more focused on showcasing the characters and stuff as opposed to brand new gameplay and whatnot. But I think it is really hype. I think it's S. Absolutely. How much of that is just the music, I can't say, but great trailer. I can't wait for a new person to call my phone 24/7 till I buy the penthouse. Oh, even when you buy the penthouse, she will still call you. Hey, it's Agatha, the casino and resort manager, again. GT Online, the grand opening of the Diamond Casino and Resort, 2.4 million views, July 24, 2019. Is this a redundant trailer or? Especially compared to the previous trailer, this is dog shit. This is the release day trailer, I guess. It feels like an ad. I mean, they're all ads, but yeah, this doesn't seem very good. And the music is not great. I want to put this in like, I'll put it in a D. Maybe it's just because the content is still good. It's also funny that a lot of this content can't be played in some regions of the world. I guess those regions still have the casino just not made or something, right? Like it's still in the dilapidated state from a billion years ago? You mean the grand opening of various gambling bans in many countries? My game. This feature is not available to you. VPN.
This is America.
What? GT Online, the Diamond Casino Heist. 4.9 million views, December 13, 2019. Why so few views? When I see numbers like this, it makes the amount of views that the GTA 6 trailer got seems so monumentally huge, right? Well, of course it was monumentally huge, but I just mean like, it wasn't as if everything they were releasing for the current game was getting 50 million views or some shit. It was just, oh my god, it's GTA 6, 200 million views. The trailer came after the update? Why? Weird. Okay, maybe that's why it would have so few views. Okay.
Time to crack that diamond, baby.
No, we don't kiss and tell. No, we don't kiss and tell. They wanna know if I link that girl. No,
that casino who would clear any one of us out.
To the beach and AJ coming with things as well.
Today, their luck is gonna run out.
Take her to a different world.
And we have plans.
You thought that I missed the drop, you're unwell. Big men, no, we don't kiss and tell. When the J's on my feet are from.
We have prepped.
Arm to the key like a vest. I suggest you relax and we'll lift this shell. The block that I'm from's on the corner of Bliss.
And we are ready to go.
No chase, I'll put the liquor on ice. Put it on the card, I ain't looking at the price.
At the party, my penthouse, who come?
Like a rock star, man, I live that life. No, we don't kiss and tell. No, we don't kiss and tell. They wanna know if I link that girl. No, I don't, but a link rings a bell. Yeah, I brought Sam to the beach and AJ coming with things as well. She wanna live that rock star life, so I'ma take her to a different world. No, we don't kiss and tell.
Want to live that rock star life. I think it started kind of slow and then kind of picked up halfway. I don't think it's an S tier trailer. I think you guys are just like, oh my god, handsome Lester in a trailer, S tier. Maybe because the music was less iconic as well. I want to give this an A. I think this is good. I think like handsome Lester carries it beyond a B into the area of A. Not too long ago, we were busy saving the world under Lester's guide. True, I guess this is a step down. I guess where do you go from, oh my god, we're saving the world with the Doomsday heist to, okay, let's rob a casino now. I still can't believe that literally saving the world from a nuclear apocalypse pays less than robbing a normal casino. Lester, I was happily retired until Michael, first time. GT Online, open wheel racing, 6 million views, February 28, 2020. So like even this got more views than the previous trailer. Bro, is it? The hype for the F1 cars was big though. Yeah, but you saw like nothing. I mean, okay, if it is just an update that's just, this is F1, I mean, how are they gonna show that? But this doesn't make me hyped at all. We'll put it in D. If it is indeed showing off, you know, these cars and that's all it really wanted to show off, it's doing its job, I suppose, but it didn't make me hyped. It wasn't good music or something. What if those were the actual sounds in the game? Ah. Hey, it's digital car act. Damn, they sound amazing here. In-game, it's just Tyrus and X80 sound. So this trailer was literally a bamboozle. Put it in F tier then. Fake trailer. This doesn't make any sense. This has 143,000 likes, but only 6.4 million views. That's an insane ratio. A lot of dislikes too. GT Online, Los Santos Summer Special. August 12, 2020. Hit the waves. Or battle it out. Race with speed. Or cruise the streets. And more. There is more content! I promise. Enjoy the summer. Like outside the bang song, what's the new content? Yeah, like it showcased stuff that's been in the game for a million years. Like this sand shark is in single player. Why is it in the trailer? You got 1 minute to sell new stuff and it's like, here's a sand shark. What did this advertise? Yes, what was the new content here, guys? We saw this in a previous trailer. Why does this have so many likes? Yacht missions? Wait, this is for yacht missions? No, there wasn't even a yacht in here. I do remember this from the yacht missions. This is the first update after receiving the game for free from Epic. Where was the yacht? Oh, there was a yacht actually temporarily. Hit the waves. Where was that yacht? Like why? This is a random muscular guy here. And golf. There's the yacht. I didn't know you could get a yacht in black. Guess that makes sense. This trailer sucks. F. If I get to the end of your advertisement, I have no idea what you're advertising. Garbage. Oh, it says here, 15 new vehicles, 6 new co-op missions, new open wheel cars, tracks, and race creator. None of that was communicated by the trailer, Rockstar. Failure. GTA Online, the Cayo Perico Heist. 8.8 million views, December 10, 2020. 330,000 likes.
Is this the right place for the party? Can we post? Is there a hashtag?
We're all here because of one man.
You're not on the mainland now, huh? Anything goes!
I've seen him going in like a trout, chasing some supermodel down the beach on a panther, mate.
I didn't understand a word of that.
Lots of guards, high-tech security. I need someone to rob it. You're obviously going to need a submarine.
Let's try and come out of this with all of our ears and a bit of suntan.
So this was after I started actually playing GTA Online. I think it was like July 2020 that I started to play more of the game. And so I was aware when this came out and I did actually play it. Yeah, they had no Pavel in here. And Pavel's like the main draw. I wouldn't say the main draw of the heist itself, but it's like the main memorable thing. Why is he not in here? And there's so little shots of the actual heist itself or the island. Like, why wouldn't this communicate that this is like a new island that you can go to? I mean, it's a little bit obvious, I suppose, for some shots. Like here it is, the island. Like, I don't think it's really sold it very well. The music was good, but I think they spent too much time just showing shots of people's heads and stuff. And like halfway recapping the opening scenes. It's like a B, I think. I would give it even less than that. Because I've played the content, I know that there was more cool stuff they could have put in this trailer to sell it better. And they didn't show much of the heist itself. I'm gonna put this in C, honestly. I think they underestimated how much people would love Pavel, but he's so charming. But yeah, I think you're right. They probably didn't understand. In hindsight, they would have put him in. I'm gonna put it in C. Missed opportunity. Judge it based on the trailer, not the content? No, I'm not judging the trailer based on how good the content is, but more with knowledge of the content. I can say what should have been in the trailer. Like, when I mean I don't want to judge the trailer based on the content, is if the content is bad or good, it's irrelevant. But obviously, with a knowledge of what they're trying to advertise, I can use that to judge the trailer. Pavel, 21 gigabytes. Rest of the update, 1 gigabyte. The Perico heist, where avoiding bushes and trees is more difficult than the actual heist. 2013, rob a small store. 2020, rob an entire island. GT Online, visit the island of Perico. 2.8 million views, February 27, 2021.
I can't believe they're gonna pay us, because I would go for free.
Six-figure check, everyone. Let's make it happen.
Like this showed more of the heist than the other one did, I think. I don't think it's a very good trailer though, honestly. And especially considering how little we end up actually doing on the island itself. And you can't just visit in free roam, it's kind of disappointing. If you label a DLC, visit the island of Perico, I would assume it'd be a new free roam location that I can go whenever I want to, but I can't. And it was very short as well. And where's Pavel? They would know by now that Pavel is very cool. Still not put him in the trailer. I want to put this in like D. Music was decent, shots were decent, it did show off new stuff or whatever, but I don't think it was very good. Doesn't make me hyped. Moore's Mutual, better title, visit the island full of concrete bushes. True. Yeah, see, as he says down here, when you think that this was a teaser to visit Perico in free mode. Disappointing. Sometimes I think Rockstar just likes to toy with your emotions at this point. GT Online, Los Santos Tuners. 2.8 million views, July 16, 2021. Why so few views? Was this another trailer that came out after the content? Oh, then there's another trailer coming up, I see. Okay.
Welcome to the LS Car Meet.
Don't play that boy.
We got the fastest cars, trucks, bikes, all of it. Only thing we don't got is beef.
It's how.
I know you from somewhere.
I just got one of them faces. Don't even worry about it.
I mean, I don't think it's an amazing trailer, but it gets me interested. The music sounded pretty good. It being a precursor to the main trailer, I think it's probably doing its job. Give it a like a C or a B. I guess we'll put it in C. It wasn't particularly amazing. It might be because I'm not a car guy like that. I'm not putting it in a B. Well, fuck it, we'll put it in B. Fine. The Benevolence. Now the actual trailer. Still 2.1 million views? What? GT Online Los Santos Tuners out now. 2.2 million views, July 20, 2021. Is this just like a change in YouTube or something? Because what? Everyone would get all the information from other YouTube channels, but wouldn't that be the case back then as well? I don't get it. Something has changed. Madroj says, I'll watch TG instead. But these things come out before TG can talk about, right? Yeah, there's news wire posts and stuff, but wouldn't that stuff have existed before as well? It's an ad, yeah, but we had previous ones that got like almost 20 million views and stuff. It is just the case though that watching these trailers and having them broken down or whatever by someone like TGG is gonna give you more information to be more interesting. But you would assume usually people would see the trailer first. Other accounts re-upload the trailers at the same time? Possible. Do ad views still count for the original video? They do.
Come on up. We got something for you.
You don't look like much of a driver to me.
She's got this list of jobs. Something serious.
Banks, dealers, government. We sticking up all of them.
Gonna need a crazy wheelman and someone to run it.
With the right plan, the right car, anything's possible.
You know, I got that ticket last week. I ain't trying to lose my license.
If you is what you say you is, it should be easy.
Honestly, I think it's a good trailer, especially if, you know, you may hate KJ and Sasanta and how much they with their banter and stuff, but ignoring that, I think it's fine. It's not an S to me. Like, I prefer the trailers where there's one character who speaks over the entire thing and creates like a connected narrative in the whole minute. This is multiple characters speaking about different things, and they don't have the kind of appeal that Lamar or Ron does, or even Gay Tony has gives connection to GTA 4. It's like how the guy we did street races with in GTA 5 just doesn't have the kind of draw that those other characters have. I still think it's a good trailer though. Like, watching this, I'd be like, I gotta play GTA Online, see what this is about. I give this an A, I think. Although I will say, this whole robbing a Union Depository again thing, I hate how much that cheapens what we do in GTA 5. Here we go. This only got 3.6 million views? Come on, man. GTA Online, The Contract, coming December 15, 3.7 million views, December 9, 2021.
Hey, what's cracking? Franklin Clinton, dawg. I'm the manager. I'm a hustler that made it. Now I work with rich folk who got rich folk problems. They don't know how to deal with it. But damn, man, I miss getting these hands dirty.
I've been around Marathon, Compton to Avalon.
One big client, one A-list name, and we straight.
Okay, what you trying to do now?
What I'm always trying to do, I'm trying to work. You with me?
Yes, Lord.
Dances. Big shot, been the bomb. Make me reminisce upon. I remember me and Dolph.
I liked it.
Dickies on.
What was that, in 93?
You probably wasn't even born.
Dre, I think you need to crazy, bro.
What's happening, dog? I'm Lamar Davis. I'm sure my colleagues have told you about me.
Weed through the weed smoke. Trees where my seeds grow. Let them try to press, get shot like a freak.
Me controversial opinion, bad trailer. There is way too much focus in this trailer on Dr. Dre. I assure you people were more hyped. GTA Online players, GTA players were more hyped about Franklin coming back and seeing, you know, him older, as well as the small amount we saw of Lamar here, him coming back, or at least us seeing him older, than we were about seeing Dr. Dre. But this entire thing, this minute, so much of it is focused on the music. I think it's a stupid mistake. Being around at this point, it wasn't people going, oh my God, Dr. Dre is in GTA Online and we get to listen to his music. It was, holy shit, it's Chop, Franklin, and Lamar, let's go. There isn't me dissing Dre or whatever, and I do think it was a good integration, like it was a smart thing for Rockstar to bring Dr. Dre into Online, but I feel like there should have been more of an even amount of focus put on him and the other characters. And there was no showcasing of the gameplay, but I suppose nothing was really innovative about the gameplay. They probably paid Dr. Dre a few, so of course they wanted him to be shown a lot. They may also have had some obligation that they had to show him a certain amount in the trailer, who knows? I'm gonna put it in B, honestly, because I do think it was just not presenting the DLC well. The DLC itself was good, and it was a smart move bringing back the GT5 characters. Do you not know who Dr. Dre is? I know who Dr. Dre is. I just mean GTA Online players as a mass would be more interested in Franklin and Lamar than Dr. Dre. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are really, really like hyped seeing Dr. Dre in GTA Online. And again, it would certainly have its mainstream appeal, but the players themselves probably cared more about Franklin. See, the very first thing here, most wholesome part, Franklin never abandoned Lamar. Seeing Franklin as a successful businessman is like seeing your childhood friend finally made it to the top. I feel like a proud father right now. Franklin is the CEO. Everyone's talking about Franklin, not Dr. Dre. The focus here was incorrect. GTA Online, The Contracts, out now, 1.6 million views, December 16, 2021.
My phone wasn't lost, man. It was stolen.
Big shot, big shot.
That man's a physician. You know how important that is, man?
Boy, Captain Phillips. Got LA on my
You break into the FIB, give me remote access, and don't get caught.
I wonder what's in that phone.
Baby working that back. She'll know how to act. Back with that rat-a-tat-tat.
It was so short, they didn't have much time to show stuff. They made me laugh once with a pretty basic joke. I think it's a terrible trailer, but I'd say it didn't showcase much. I put this in like a C. I think it's a worse trailer. It's just teasing stuff. Best feature in this update is that we can pet Chop. More's Mutual showing up on a lot more of these trailers now. Brings back memories from single player where we did the Bureau heist. It does seem as though this is kind of the era of Rockstar bringing back single player content, or retreading the same ground rather. GTA Online, short trips with Franklin and Lamar, 1.5 million views.
Now we gonna free this beautiful new industry from the shackles of corruption, man. It's a brand new dawn for the league.
That's it? I think it's a smart move making a trailer to showcase to at least some degree that you can play as Franklin or Lamar, but I don't think that trailer really showed it. If I were them, I would have put like the overlay for the actual game showcasing that you are playing as one of these characters. To be like, hey, play GT Online, you can play as Franklin or Lamar. Too short. I don't think this was a good trailer, especially considering that there was far more they could have showcased from the content itself. I mean, even just a hint of the idea that they were showcasing, or they were going to bring back the meme of Lamar roasting Franklin, I think would have done this trailer good. I'll put it in C. I don't think it's a terrible trailer, but it's just too short. The Criminal Enterprises, coming July 26th to GT Online. A lot of these are getting a lot of dislikes now. 2 million views, July 2022.
Breaking news. It is hot out there, folks.
This summer continues to break records for the hottest temperature since last year.
We know you're definitely not heading out of town, not with these gas prices.
It's insane! It's like I'm back in 1981. Oil tycoons are back in style, which is good for business, right?
You know, Zero, that big oil company just got a shipment hit by pirates. We got a way to make bank off of it, man.
You ever heard of the Duggins? Oil and gas people making some serious dollar with the prices being high, yo.
Today's serving of crazy comes with heavy ballistic armor and anger management issues.
I smell a conspiracy. This is only the beginning.
I mean, it did showcase a lot of stuff, but like, I didn't really get a sense of like what we would be doing. Yeah, as Dagger says, what was this about? Like when you have like, you know, the after hours DLC or whatever, you're like, oh, we're running a nightclub now, that's cool. When you watch this, it's like a hodgepodge of random things with no real understanding of how they connect to each other. I think seeing this, you'd still want to jump back into GT Online to see like what's going on, but you probably wouldn't have a specific reason as to why. You'd just be like, oh, GT Online's released new content? Well, if I'm playing GT Online, I'll come back, I suppose. It showcases all the updates to old businesses? Oh. Yeah, I don't think this was very good. I mean, I even put this in D. This did not make me hyped for anything in particular. Moore's Mutual showing up again? Man, these trailers getting a lot of dislikes. GT Online, the Criminal Enterprise is now available. 1.4 million views, July 26, 2022.
It's insane! It's like I'm back in 1981. Oil tycoons are back in style, which is good for business, right?
This
Oil and gas people making some serious dollar with the prices being high, yo. I smell a conspiracy. This is only the beginning.
Okay. They re-released the same trailer, but half as long, and I can't remember what they removed. I mean, in the previous trailers, when they had a second trailer saying out now, it generally showcased new content. Although I don't think the casino one necessarily did that, but it was like different shots and stuff. This just seems lazy. This is F. They didn't give an F. Exactly, sick boy, so we're gonna give them an F. When the whole trailer is content that's not released, I love how most of this stuff isn't even in the update. Dude, why is the drip feed so insane? It's gonna be October until all the cars are here and the sniper has no option for the scope, what the fuck? Yeah, people aren't happy. Was this the dawning of the drip feed that I always heard TG complain about? Okay, here we go, bumped up more views again. Okay, considering how few likes it got, I assume Rockstar must have paid for some actual YouTube ads for this update. That's why the views are so high compared to the likes and dislikes. GT Online, Los Santos Drug Wars now available. 8.2 million views, December 14, 2022.
We're new in town, but we've got a plan. We're going into business, my friend.
You're not gonna join these weirdos, are you?
I think if they'd done a minute trailer, it probably would have been a bit better. But I think for 30 seconds, this showcased some interesting stuff and it would probably get you pretty hyped to see what they were doing. And I'm just always a sucker when they bring back Ron. But I mean, it's like giant rabbits and shit and you're naked and falling and stuff. Like, it showcased some good stuff. I don't think this is a bad trailer. No, I'm gonna put it in B, I think. I think watching this, you'd be hyped. I love how GT Online started from us doing normal crime to saving the world from nuclear apocalypse with high-tech futuristic weapon, and then slowly going back to doing normal crime. True. I would never understand why Rockstar releases the trailer after the update. Why? Yeah, why do they do that? I guess it's because they want people to see the trailer, then immediately jump into the game to be able to play the content that's in the trailer, I suppose. It's weird that they lack the minute trailer though, for this one, because there was so much they could show. Los Santos Drug Wars, The Last Dose, coming March 16. 3.8 million views, March 10, 2023.
I'm afraid our time isn't up yet.
I'm a healer.
This is for your own good.
Only I can help.
The slightest movement could send us offline.
I can bring peace to all.
Honestly, not bad. Yeah, drip-fed missions, that's why for all the dislikes, but I think this is pretty decent. Showcased some interesting scenery. The gameplay showcase was not particularly amazing. Why is there a flying hamburger? It's just when we're fighting at his thing and we're drugs. I don't remember like actually experiencing a flying hamburger. Again, bring back characters from single player, smart move. I put this in B, this is fine. Dr. Freelander didn't look aged at all. It's crazy to think it's been 10 years since the events of story mode. I mean, he looks pretty good for a guy that died. Obviously, they canonized the idea of him living because you could let him live or not, depending upon what you chose in the game, blah, blah, blah. Wait a second, this one got more views than the previous one? Okay, this is the first trailer with more dislikes than likes. It's a 15-second trailer, 4.8 million views, March 17, 2022.
I'm afraid our time isn't up yet.
This is for your own good.
I can bring peace to all.
It is just half the previous trailer. It's 10 seconds of actual visuals. I assume they just uploaded this so that they could more easily make it into YouTube ads or something. F. Reusing content? Rockstar Games? How dare you? All the 15-second ones are ads, not trailers. I mean, the distinction is barely there. The Vinewood Car Club. Interestingly, no longer starting with that black screen saying the age rating or whatever. Only 377,000 views, June 10, 2023. 44,000 dislikes to 13K likes. GTA Plus. Do you want to pay us a subscription fee to play our game? Because we're going to make a bunch of exclusive content that you have to pay money every month to use. Let's go. How garbage this is aside, the trailer itself is still shit. This did not make me hyped to pay Rockstar $5 to $10 a month or whatever. F tier. Garbage. Man, I miss the old Rockstar. And of course it's GTA Plus. I bet all the 13 GTA Plus members are excited for this. Give us our cars back. Oh, this is when they removed a bunch of cars too. This feels like a way for them to lock the cars they are going to remove from the websites behind a paywall. True. Wow, interesting. We're back up to having a lot of views, 12 million views, but the dislikes are huge. Because this is when they removed all the cars, right? GT Online, San Andreas Mercenaries now available. 12 million views, June 14, 2023. I don't think they do these DLCs justice by only giving themselves 30 seconds, which ends up being only around 20 seconds. And not having some overarching voiceover from a character. It just seemed kind of boring. I mean, seeing the trailer and coming to know there's more content coming to the game, I would play it again, of course, and I did. But it's almost like they themselves didn't believe in this update. I'm not gonna put it in F, because it does have action set pieces and stuff, and the music is decent. But like, the quality of the trailers has clearly nosedived since, 5 years ago, whatever. I'll put this in D. It just seemed generic gameplay. But obviously all the dislikes have nothing to do with the trailer itself, but the decisions that Rockstar's making. Thanks for the update. I'm so hyped for the 186 less vehicles in the game now. Everything they're releasing is getting bombed with dislikes. Celebrate 10 years of Grand Theft Auto 5. 3.3 million views, September 15, 2023. What is this? What special event? What's happening? What? Oh, there's a trio of new outfits reminiscent of classic look from Michael, Franklin, and Trevor. This should say this in the trailer. Lame. F. This does not make me hyped. Your ad should communicate effectively what the thing's about. And for a 10-year anniversary, this is kinda lackluster. Thank you for your continued support for 10 years playing our game. Here's a 15-second video of something you don't want. Rockstar Games. 10 years of playing GTA 5 and supporting Rockstar, and this is what we get. Yeah, can't help but agree. All right, almost at the end. Finally, something that doesn't have more dislikes than likes. Speed to victory in new GTA Online drag races. 1.3 million views, January 26, 2024. There wasn't even any music. How is this different from all the other races? You just had the start of a race. This is lazy as fuck. Can we get an F- on this? God damn. I am waiting for GTA 6 trailer 2. Me too, man. If only the vehicles actually sound like this, and it's even fake sounds. Garbage. F-. Wow. Okay. Huge jump in views. Is this the most viewed trailer for the game that we've had since like the first one? No, it's even more than the first one. This might be the most viewed trailer, and it came out 5 months ago. GTA Online, the Chop Shop, now available. 26 million views, December 13, 2023. This was a few days after the GTA 6 trailer. I see, riding the wave off the hype for GTA 6. And as well, given that Rockstar finally gave the people what they want, a taste of GTA 6, obviously a lot of the sentiment towards Rockstar would have turned positive, which would have helped this as well. That makes sense.
Yo! My taste runs to the unique, yes?
All black tents, all black Nikes, all black rims.
My cousin Yusuf here keeps a list of all the cars he wants. Now it's my job to look into how we can get them.
If something goes wrong, you can always blame him.
We're with you. Other than Yusuf coming back, very mid-trailer. I don't think it's an S. The music was good, but like, what did it really showcase that makes you interested in this DLC gameplay-wise? Nothing. Seeing Yusuf is like, oh my god, it's Yusuf, and he's old, and he's aged and stuff, and we're doing stuff, and they're bringing back characters from GTA 4 and stuff. But like, you want to give it an A just because Yusuf's in it. But if you ignore that, it's like a B trailer. I'm giving it a B. I'm not gonna bias this because of Yusuf. No. We give it an A. A part of it is because the DLC itself was pretty decent, but now we'll give it an A. Certainly, I think it's one of the better trailers that they've released recently. Yusuf was a top 10 GTA character. This guy was the best in GTA 4. Exactly. Yusuf Amir is back. All that's left is Michael. There are other characters from previous games that aren't in GTA Online. Bring back CJ. GTA Online, the Cluckin Bell Farm raid now available. 15 million views, March 8, 2024. Only has 18k likes, so I assume a lot of these views are coming from Rockstar paying for YouTube ads. The very last trailer too.
Let's take a walk.
It's Jimmy.
There's a new cartel running a large-scale operation out of the Cluckin Bell factory in Paleto Bay. The cops, they're actively facilitating. Well, let's disassociate.
I think they need to bring back the minute trailers, but I think because these DLCs are a little bit smaller than the older ones, I think they just don't have as much new things to showcase. I think this is a pretty decent trailer though. That theme of having character that people like voice over the entire thing, as I keep saying, does trailers well. Might give this a B, honestly. Doesn't blow me away, but it does showcase well that we're doing new stuff and what the DLC is about. It's a pretty standard trailer, I think. It's literally the same trailer as 6 days ago. I didn't see that, whatever. Oh, wait a second. Why do they have the same trailer twice? They legit just uploaded it twice. So the first one got 9 million views and the other one got more. Yo, Mr. White, check out these flying bikes. Well, I'll still put it in B. I don't know why they uploaded the same video twice and never took it down. That's strange. Oh, I see. They said it's coming soon, and then later they just uploaded it again when it actually released. That's kind of dumb. So what is my main takeaway after watching all these trailers? I think it's clear that Rockstar became worse at making trailers over time, or more that because they're so focused on GTA 6, like it's like the B team who are doing stuff for GTA 5, and because the content in general arguably got worse or at least less substantive over time, it was hard to make good trailers. I don't think the change from 1-minute trailers to 30-minute trailers really helped anything. I think it just makes it harder to showcase a lot of good stuff. Don't you mean 30-second trailers? What did I say? Did I say something wrong? Did I say 30-minute? Oh, whoops. You know what I meant. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tier list video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. I can't wait to see how Rockstar advertises GTA Online 2. But honestly, I'm just more hyped for the actual game than I am for the advertisement. But, you know, we'll take what we can get. Wish you all the best. Bye-bye. Boop. I missed the boop. The first time ever. I'm getting worse as well, just like Rockstar Games. Boop.